are not stupid. They're very intelligent animals, and they're not actually followers, are they? In fact, I need to look
No.
and find out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But most people think they are, don't they? Most people think when you think of a sheep, you think of a follower, but it's not you. But you're absolutely right.
Exactly.
Not.
It's again the associations, and so even when you say like leading by example, I mean, this is a very small phrase, but when you think about it, it's not being a leader in a very high fancy place or position or with power. It's just setting an example. Like if you see me worried about the garbage on the street, I might impact you, and then you would say, oh, okay, I'm going to help her, or I'm going
Yeah,
to do this next time I see somebody throwing garbage on the street.
yeah,
So it's, maybe I impacted you without me knowing. And then
yeah,
you followed my lead, or you followed my example. So
yeah.
it's very, again, it's very broad subject, but it can be very precise in certain areas. So
Yeah.
again, I just think it's all about how you conceive yourself, and how personally it's a language thing for me. I have a background in translation and content creation and all that, and words are very important for me. So I choose my words very carefully, because it's also, you can impact people with just your words,
In a
and
positive
this is
or
also very powerful. Yes, of course,
yeah,
both of
yeah,
them, in a
yeah.
positive and negative way. And, it's something like we were discussing the other day. Remember, you and I, about the COVID, and people's expectations from before and after, and the normal and the new normal, and all
Yeah.
these terminologies that people fall in love with, and then people follow blindly sometimes. Now, this is something that makes me very it ticks me a bit.
Yes, yes, yes.
That
You,
uh, new normal, new normal, new normal. Okay, what is new normal?
exactly. What
It's,
was the
if it's
original?
normal, it's not new. Once it becomes normal, it stops being new. It's just old because you've done it before.
The whole contradiction, wasn't it?
And
Oh,
it's the judgments as well we make on others. And you remember with the
this is,
I think we talked
yeah.
about, sorry.
This was really interesting what you were saying about the judgment. Yeah, tell us again.
Yeah, no, it was about how people are judging each other. I read few posts that were really very upsetting for me, about that if no people were like COVID is the time, or the lockdown, or all this happening, that now is the time for people to know who their real friends are. If somebody doesn't check up on you for the past 3 months, then they don't deserve to be in your life. Or like, if you don't come out from this lockdown with a skill, or with a talent, or you've learned something new, then basically they're saying then you're a failure because you did not organize your time, or you lack the time, or the organizing skill. And I just see this is full of judgment and bias, and uncalled for criticism, because
Yeah.
this is a period of time where nobody was trained for. So when they're saying the new normal, it's not new normal, it's just new. Stop desensitizing the things we're going through.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
yes.
something we didn't get any training for that. We used to see it maybe in movies, and we used to laugh at it at movies and say, oh, ridiculous, it's just a film, it's just cinema. And we didn't even think for once that we'll be going through this with homeschooling, or working from home, or exercising from home, or cooking nonstop for some families, or taking care of kids, and family, and the husbands and wives and partners. And it's not the time to tell me how to live my life, because this is an emergency situation I was not trained for.
Yeah.
So I am the only person qualified to lead my life at this
Brilliant.
stage.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't have to follow you. You don't have to follow me. Like, in this moment in time, we all have our lives to lead. So without judgments. If I don't want to learn any skill, it's my decision. If I don't want to make contact with anybody, it's my decision. If I don't want to read or, I don't know, create something, it's my decision. And if I want to create and learn a language, or, I don't know, contact everybody on the planet and organize webinars or Zoom meetings, then again, it's my decision, but don't judge me if I go either way. Because this is how I want to lead my life at this stage.
Oh.
And I see like lots of comments coming.
I can't see the first comment. Can you see it?
I think we have a comment from Hafia. Sorry, I might pronounce some names wrong, but says, since human nature is never perfect, I think we both fall over the both, but it's being relentless, authentic, and clearly communicator that will enhance the dimension of leadership in you.
I guess
so. Yes.